It's Melanie here with Vintage Hill Studio. Today we're making a lovely flower bouquet card. It's a little paper punching, some stamping, and a little bit of sketching. I'll use these two flower punches and a solid leaf stamp, and let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and make a plethora of little flowers. I've got two sizes here. This is the Cady, C-A-D-Y punches. I found these on Amazon. They do a wonderful job through cardstock, regular paper, tissue paper, anything you want to punch through. These are good little punches. So again, this came in three sizes. I'm using the smaller one and the medium one. I won't be using the larger punch today. You can see I'm using some contrasting colors here. I'd like to use the variegated looking paper for the background when I have it. These are just scraps. I'll just add a little dab of glue, get this put down very quickly. You can see it adds a lot of interest just using the contrasting papers. This is a little wax pencil that I picked up at one of the Great American Scrapbooking Conventions. The selling point on the wax is that you can pick up and place down stuff very easily. It doesn't really stick to the pencil that much, so it's easy to put these together. And then you can see my fancy centers here using a Sharpie marker. That's kind of it, folks, for the flowers. Then I have this Stamper Secret Weapon from Sizzix. It's fairly old. One side is for stamping, the other one for paper piercing. So I flipped this over to the coarser side for paper piercing. I also use this to help mold my flowers. So I'll simply use a ball stylus. This is just a medium-sized stylus. I add a little bit of pressure at the center of the flowers, and you can see they curl up very nicely. So off camera, I, of course, punched several flowers, more than I need. I did all the shaping of the flowers, and now I'm ready to move on to putting this together. So the first thing I'm going to do here, and this is a 5x7 inch card base, is I am going to just sketch in some little lines here using my pencil. I'm marking the center, and then I'm going to bring over any round shape. This is just to give you a visual of where you might want your bouquet to be located. So you just want to lightly draw around a circular image there. See, you can see that. So I've got my center line and a circle. And these are just going to be a guide for where I want to put my bouquet and my flower stems. Then I mark a little X for where I want those stems to intersect. So trying to keep it visually even on my card panel. If it's not, don't really fret about it. It's not that big of a deal. This is just a visual for you to go by. Okay, then I'm going to take my eraser and erase some of those lines, just so they're very, very faint. I don't want them to show through on my finished card. And here comes the sketching part. I'm using the fine tip of a marker to just draw in some flower stems going up toward that circle. You can actually go inside the circle. It's not going to show. Just give yourself some stems to support the bouquet that we're going to build. Very simple. Nothing tricky about this. Doesn't even matter how many stems there are. There's going to be so many flowers, nobody's going to count these. Okay, and then I'm bringing over a stamp pad that's another shade of green and the solid leaf stamp. And if you do a secondary stamping, so you ink it once and then stamp down and then stamp again before re-inking, you get these ghost-like background images, and they're a lighter version of the original stamped image, and it just gives you visually some leaves in the foreground and a few leaves in the background. So you're adding visual dimension just by doing that little trick. Okay, I'm just filling this all in, even in the center, because we're not going to make our flower so solid that you can't see through the center of the bouquet. This is what it's looking like so far. And there's no right or wrong, just do visually what appeals to you and you will be fine. Okay, and then I bring over that same marker that I used to draw in the stems. Now I'm using the brush side of my marker, and again doing double stamping here and there to get a dark image and a lighter ghost image as I go and just fill in with all of the inked leaves from our ink pad. All right, that's what that looks like when it's done. Now we were about ready to get to doing our flowers. So just get down a few dots of glue. Again, I'm using my wax pencil to pick up these shaped flowers, and I'm just putting down over some glue dots that I applied, starting at the center and working my way out. It doesn't have to be a perfect circular composition. Just do what appeals to you, as much, using as many or as few of flowers as you deem is necessary for your beautiful bouquet. Who doesn't love a bouquet of flowers? And when you can create one like this using whatever colors you like, make it fit your personality and your taste. So there is our bouquet. You see how quickly this came together? And it's so cute. All right, now I'm bringing over that mat again on the piercing side here, and I'm going to take my tool in one and just give myself a couple of holes on each side of those intersected stems. See that? And then I'll bring over a piece of jute and thread that up from the bottom, coming from the back and up to the front, and just tie a little bow. And the last thing I want to do is I cut this panel down so it'll fit on my 5x7 inch card base, and I've added foam tape on the back, and I'm just doing a tone on tone here of white matte, this white panel on a white card background. And I'll get that placed down, and that is it for the card this week. I hope you get inspired to give this little card a try using your own colors and taste and stuff that you enjoy doing. And if you like this video, I'd love to hear any comments from you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. I'm so happy to have you drop by, and I dedicate this little bouquet to all of you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, that you throw in a little crafting here and there to make your day complete, and that you will come back and visit me again sometime soon. I love having you. I wish you all a beautiful day, and happy crafting, everyone.